Oh, whoa, something spicy. What's up, folks? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to more esports talk. What's your name? That is so cool. That's dope. My name is Jake. It's nice to meet you, and welcome back to some Valorant talk with NRG Esports, something that's actually been talked about in the past by both Hector Rodriguez and Andy Miller, the co-CEOs over there. But I do actually have a source for today's video about maybe what's happening with NRG and Valorant. If you guys do not know, most top-tier organizations have at least set someone in a roster, if not completed a Valorant roster so far. So many NRG fans wondering, with their expansion elsewhere into tons of content, why they have not signed a Valorant roster yet. I'm going to first play for you guys a clip from an NRG duo podcast way back in the day that I never got to cover about Andy and Hex talking why they will not be going into Valorant at first.
Bunch of calls.
Well, one quick question first. So this was the big loaded question. So if you could pick the next game for NRG to get into, the next community, as a combination of your passion and what you think is a smart business move, what would it be? Or I could give you three to choose from.
Yeah, give me three to choose from.
All right. Halo.
No.
League of Legends.
Yes.
And Valorant.
No. Now I'm gonna tell you why no to Halo specifically, because we can't get the team that's right there.
Yep.
That's it. That's the only reason.
We might be able to. You never know.
Oh, don't you ruin everything, Andy. Why don't you tell them the ending to a movie right now? Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Don't read between the lines there.
Yeah, there's no conversations happening. Trust me. Unfortunately.
So Halo. You would pick League. Is that what you're saying?
Of course.
Okay. League for where? North America? I mean, we have opportunities literally around the world.
To me, it doesn't matter if it's a team that I can put my hands around and be there on a daily basis. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Any league team.
Okay. For me, super interested in Valorant. We've always obviously been looking around at it, trying to see how the space evolves. Didn't want to get in early. This is a lot of hype. Again, this is another trough of despair. Like, you see teams like the Sentinels, for example, who aren't in any of the other major games. They jump in and they pay exorbitant salaries for their players, which sets a market rate, which doesn't make sense, especially for a game which is just evolving. And who knows if those guys will still be here in 6 months. I'm sure they will. Sinatra and those guys are great, but you get the point. So that one's been tough. So we decided to take a step back and see how things are evolving. You know, every day we have a new opportunity and there's interest, but it's something we're checking out. And then League would be wonderful someday, somewhere. I think we'll find our way.
Yeah, I like
Excellent.
I like Valorant, but it's too early for the amount of money that's being spent on it.
Yeah, 100.
In my opinion, I don't know. I have the same feeling. Never mind. Let's just go on.
And I really wasn't going to talk about this because we had a flood of videos until Hex actually posted a further announcement on Reddit. Not really an announcement, but a response to someone saying Valorant anytime soon. And here's what Hex had to say about that. As he said, Shrine, the space is crazy right now. Costs are through the roof. I think we want to take our time and build from the ground up, put pieces together like we did with the San Francisco Shock to build a sustainable winner. We are working on it. We are not looking for a press release or an immediate answer to tell our investors what we are doing with their money. And so what at first seems like a very standard answer, right? We have seen a few organizations not just hit the gas and go all in, and then we've seen a ton of rosters just hit that gas and go all in. I can tell you guys from a I'm very confident in my sources here. The few times I get sources, you know, it's just, I typically just like talking about things. But as we grow, more and more people reach out. I can tell you guys, NRG apparently, supposedly already had, or at least we're trying to get players for a Valorant roster. Like Hex did say, though, prices seemingly are just too high. I think they were actually trying to get some players that were signed elsewhere or chose to go elsewhere instead. Maybe those players were stolen. Maybe someone committed theft and those players went elsewhere instead, is what I've simply been told. It's been pretty crazy to see as well. I will say, from the NRG standpoint of things, I'm completely okay with this. We have heard a lot of mixed results for a variety of rosters and the salaries they are paying. Sentinels apparently paying very well, and some teams out there like 100 Thieves paying big bucks to get some pretty big names. If you guys have not seen on this channel, I do enjoy talking about 100 Thieves and Hiko and Nitro and Steel. Certainly aren't cheap players. There are a lot of organizations, though, that are paying pretty reasonable sums of money for their players. The question now is, are prices too high? Or is the talent pool kind of dried up with so many organizations already jumping on the Valorant train? Is there anyone NRG really wants right now? Or if they did want people, did they go elsewhere? Which is what I heard. And it's always a fascinating discussion because I have, again, no problems NRG taking their time. I think this esport will take a long time to develop. It has been growing, I would say, and taking a lot more Counter-Strike players than I thought it would at first. So it is very exciting to see these kind of moves. I rival NRG with a top organization like Fnatic, who is also, pointing me recording, not made any moves. I also would throw in a Vitality as well. Vitality themselves and their CEO, I believe, have come forward and said, we're not going to rush this. I think they've also held their own Ignition Series tournament, but that does not mean they have to sign a roster right out of the gate. They want to, like Hex even said, build from the ground up. They want to wait this out, not jump the gun, and certainly different organizations are going to be taking different tactics and approaches to the rising esport of Valorant. What do you guys think about this? NRG saying they are taking their time. I'm pretty sure they've already given their first whirl at players, and players just went elsewhere to other lineups. We will see what they do in the future. Until next time, hope you guys all enjoy. Also, very lastly, curious point, NRG for Halo Esports at that point of recording. Again, that was a while back, just saying no. So interesting development of Halo Infinite in the future of that esport, an entirely different discussion. Until next time, you guys know what to do. All right, sip it. I'll catch you guys back here sometime soon. Take care.